Gilbert Burns versus Jorge Masvidal takes place this weekend in the co-main event of UFC 287, Pereira versus Adesanya 2. And this is a big fight. Big fight here in the welterweight division. We got Gilbert Burns coming off a good win over Neil Magny. Great performance over Neil Magny. He beat Neil Magny by first round arm triangle choke easily. He easily won that fight. And now, he's back in here against Jorge Masvidal 3 months later. Not even a full 3 months. 2 months and a half, I'd say, in my opinion. And I think he's going to beat Jorge Masvidal, who's just on a slide. Lost to Covington. Lost to Usman twice. I just don't see this one going well at all for Jorge Masvidal. I really don't. He's 38 years old. I don't see him winning this one. Gilbert Burns, I think, is going to go out there and get the job done over Jorge Masvidal. I really do believe so. He beat Neil Magny, man. And I get it's Neil Magny. I get it. And Neil Magny's quite shit. But you gotta take into consideration Neil Magny beat Neil Magny when he fights people, like when people really credit Shavkat Rakhmonov for his great performance. Shavkat Rakhmonov beat him. Shavkat the future took him to the end of the second round, and he got a guillotine. Okay, he almost finished in the first, but he nearly got a third round finish over Neil Magny. Burns finished him under a round. And it wasn't like Burns was getting picked apart beforehand. Then he got a takedown. He was looking good on the feet. Daniel Rodriguez lost to Neil Magny. Neil Magny, whatever happened there. Jeff Neal lost to Neil Magny. Robbie Lawler, Li Jingliang, Anthony Rocco Martin. Some of these are robbery wins for Magny, but still. Burns destroyed him. You gotta go with Gilbert Burns against Jorge Masvidal here. I really think he'll go out there and get it done. Bro, he went to war with Chimaev. Even just recently, before Chimaev destroying everyone. And then Burns gave him his toughest fight because it was just a huge jump up. But even recently, he just destroyed Kevin Holland. Just went back to his usual. Originally was supposed to fight Nate Diaz, would have destroyed him as well. I have to pick him to beat Jorge Masvidal. Masvidal is facing a grappler again. He looks good against guys like Nate Diaz. He beats Askren, but Askren's so one-dimensional. So he wins there, but Nate Diaz fight, he looks good. He doesn't have to worry about the takedowns. He can strike with Nate Diaz. Darren Till fight, he doesn't have to worry. And even then, he got dropped there in round 1. I get the layoff was a huge factor, but still. I have to pick him here. I have to pick Gilbert Burns here. You have to pick him. I think you have to pick him here. Gilbert Burns has power on the feet. Masvidal's going to have to worry a lot. This is kind of like the Usman fight, but more dangerous. Because, maybe Masvidal can't really KO Usman. And maybe he can have more of a chance of KOing Burns. Because Burns, let's be real, doesn't have the best of chins. But it's straight shots. And Masvidal has them. But he has the power ones and his big hooks and uppercuts. And, overhands. That's where his power is. He can land straight shots. And maybe he's going to land some good straight shots here with the power behind it. But he's going to have to worry about the takedowns from Burns. Going to have to worry about those takedowns. If he gets taken out by Burns, it's not like he can just get back up. Burns has got the BJJ, unlike Colby and Usman. And even against Colby had the neck crank, face crank against him. I got Gilbert Burns winning this one. I think he'll win this one. And I think he'll get it done by I can see him getting it done by sub. I can really see him getting a submission here. I don't know. Can't you see it as well? Masvidal finally tapping. But then, no. I'll go decision for Gilbert Burns. I'll go decision. I know in the thumbnail it's a sub, but you know, you gotta get some views somewhere. I think he'll get a decision over Masvidal. He couldn't beat Wonderboy, but Burns just looks better each fight. Don't you tell? Can't you just tell he looks better each fight? I think Masvidal's gonna lose. I think he will. Burns just beat Magny. I think Masvidal will survive to a decision, but I think he'll get dominated over 3 rounds. I just can't see him winning this one, Chimaev. Masvidal wouldn't do that against Chimaev, man. If Masvidal fought Chimaev, I get the takedowns, but still, Burns has got the BJJ. He beat Stephen Thompson. Didn't look great, but he won. Lost to Usman, but rocked Usman early. Masvidal's got to worry about the power from Burns, because he can be laid out cold. It's already happened before. Burns has the power to lay him out cold. Masvidal has to worry. Takedowns as well. The BJJ behind it. And Colby he had so many moments where he took Jorge's back and had the hooks in. I don't see him winning this one. I really don't. And Masvidal, when he lands, he sets up his punches. He sets it up, lands some good kicks here and there, and Burns will figure that out. And Burns will land some shots back. And Burns can drop him. I can see him dropping him in this fight, but Masvidal surviving. I just think he'll win this one, man. If Masvidal wins, I'll be shocked. Good for him. Honestly, if Masvidal goes out there and beats Burns, whatever it is, KO or something, good for him. Absolutely crazy. Good for him. Get one more win. Hopefully Conor McGregor beats Michael Chandler, because Chandler's fucking useless, and we need pay-per-view buys, so hopefully McGregor wins, gets ranked somehow. UFC will justify it, though, and we can do McGregor-Masvidal. Winner gets a title shot after we give Colby, Bilal, Shavkat the title shots. The winner at the end, if whoever's champion, will face the champion. We'll get a title shot versus, hopefully, Leon Edwards. Yeah. I think Masvidal wins. Hopefully. I hope Masvidal wins. I like Burns, though. You see him in the countdown. He was helping that guy. He's a nice guy, Burns. He's not I get, before the Chimaev fight, he wasn't the most fun style. But I like him. I hope he does become champ. And he could be. Now that Usman's not champ, and let's be real, Chimaev's no longer there. Dude, he actually could be champ. He could be Leon. Because Leon's not going to out-grapple him or KO him. And Leon doesn't have much power behind his punches. And Leon's shitty. And Burns could catch him. So Burns could beat Leon. Let's be real. In a 3-rounder, I would pick Burns to beat Leon. 5-rounder is different. I think Masvidal is going to lose this, though. Takedown threat. He's got a good chin, Masvidal. And I think round 1 he'll get dropped and get positionally controlled. Some people argue 10-8, but then it's not really a 10-8, though, because Burns didn't do much damage. But he'll win the round because of a knockdown. Round 2, Masvidal does good in the beginning, gets taken down by Burns. I could just see this. This is going to be a frustrating fight for Masvidal. Really frustrating for him. Really, really frustrating. Maybe out of the 2 of them, he's more of the skilled striker. But I just don't think that Masvidal's in it anymore. I don't think he has it. He's made his moment. He's had his moment. He has. He's had his moment of success. He beat Darren Till, Ben Askren, Nate Diaz. He's had this moment. Burns hasn't really. Let's be real. I know they both had their moment and both lost to Usman, but Burns, I think this is where he's going to start making the good money in his career. You know? I think this is where he's going to make the good money and big money in his career. I just don't see how he wins this one, Masvidal. I really don't. I really don't see how he wins this one, to be honest with you. I think Burns has got his number. I really do. Winner of this one, though, can face, well, now that we're hearing Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Kamaru Usman in the works, which is really interesting. I guess you can do that fight. And then you can do, if Burns wins this one, put him above Bilal, I guess. And we can do Bilal versus Burns. If Masvidal wins, maybe not Bilal Muhammad versus Masvidal. That would make no sense. That would be crap. Masvidal can face McGregor if McGregor beats Chandler. If Chandler wins, wouldn't mind looking Masvidal versus Chandler. That'd also be a decent fight. I don't know what Masvidal's gonna do if he wins this. He can't get a title shot, and he can't wait if Colby loses. Then it's my turn. No, Masvidal should fight. I don't know, Stephen Thompson, Mikel Pereira, winner. I don't know. It's more easier if Burns wins this one, and we can do what's next. And yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I think Gilbert Burns gets it done. In round 2, I think he'll win the round. Round 3, Masvidal will make it competitive all the way through, but lose. Burns wins this one. 30-27, unanimous decision. Peace. Oh yeah, and also, 5-1 favorite is big. Masvidal's 38. 38. Burns is 36. I get it, but 38 for Masvidal. 2 extra years is big. You know? We'll see what happens, though. I got Gilbert Burns. You never know, though. You never know what happens. Masvidal always has that chance. 5-1's pretty dumb, though. I think he should be 3-1 at best. 2-1. It makes sense as well. Burns should be a favorite, though. Yeah, Burns gets it. Oh, and also, it's in Miami, Florida, which is big. It's in Miami, Florida. You know, Masvidal fought Usman in Florida, but it wasn't directly where he's from. This is Miami. Remember him and Kobe were saying, the king of Miami, the king of Miami. This is in Miami, Florida. Burns might get the boos, but the pressure's on Masvidal to have a great performance. Don't see it going well for him. Peace.